Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to Let's Just with Ola. I am Oluwaseunla Olusegun. Welcome. If this is your first time joining or if this is your first time watching, welcome to Let's Just with Ola. Once again, I'm Oluwaseunla Olusegun. Like I would always say, this is your safe space. Let's Just with Ola is a platform that helps to share topics and issues that teenagers can relate with. There are a lot of videos that has been done concerning so many things that teenagers can relate to, like building self-esteem, financial literacy, like um, the get rich quick syndrome, and many other topics. I can't believe that I can't remember some of them. Anyways, on today's episode of Let's Just With That, we will be discussing on the topic seeking validation. Because I won't be the only one talking about it. My friend Faye Kemi, who is also my sister, will be sharing her opinion and stance on the topic seeking validation. Welcome, Faye Kemi. It's great to have you.
What is validation? Validation is the act of seeking approval, recognition, acceptance from others to feel valued or affirmed. Validation is natural, but relying too much on external validation can be unhealthy. It can tamper with one's self worth. And what do I mean by this? Let me just cite an example. I remember some years ago, before I wear any clothes or before I put on any attire, I would ask people, how does this look like on me? And once they say it doesn't look good on me, I would go and remove it instantly. Or if possible, if I'm going out with an attire and I don't get people's comments, I would not be able to walk comfortably. And it's because what I'm always seeking validation, I'm always seeking acceptance from others, and it started to affect my self-worth. It's not bad to seek validation, but depending too much on external validation can tamper with your self-worth.
I'm very sure this topic, seeking validation, is not new to us. Neither is it something that we are just hearing from the first time. In one way or the other, you have been in that situation whereby you want validation from people. You want people to just validate you. You've been in a situation whereby you want to be heard, you want to be seen, you want people to recognize you, you want people to hail you, but then it's just like they are not hailing you. So, in this video, I won't necessarily be saying that seeking validation is wrong or seeking validation is right. So, seeking validation has its advantages, so does it have its disadvantages. Let's say you've been given an opportunity to perform, to show your skills, maybe leadership skills, or in one way or the other, you just find yourself doing something, being the head of a particular, maybe in class, being the head or whatever it is, leadership position, leadership skills, or whatever thing that will make you to show your ability or show your skills. And then you keep on doing all these things, you put so much effort. Even people know that, or you know that you're doing well. Don't let me first use people, you know that you're doing well. But then when you are done, it's just like nobody commends you, nobody hails you, nobody says, Kai, this boy, you are doing well, or this girl, that your whatever, you did really well. And then nobody is saying that. And you're like, is it that I did not perform well? Maybe I performed well. People do not want to just say it. So many things starts to come to your mind, come to your head. Then all of a sudden, you just become this kind of person that whenever you want to do things, you don't do it for maybe to make impact, or you don't do it to, you know, help people around you. You just do it out of let me please this person, let me please this person. All the time, let me please this person. That is where validation comes in. So all you do comes from let me please people, let me please people, let me please people, even if it means going against your own values sometimes. You don't do things out of, oh, I want to create a lasting impression here. And when I say lasting impression, that is leaving a trademark, leaving a sign that people can say, oh wow, or people can see, even the people you are leaving can be like, this is what Uluwashonla did when she was here, this is what so person did when he was here, like that. When people are not there, you are doing another thing. When people are there, oh my God, you put in so much effort and they're like, they must see me, they see me. That kind of thing. Or it may even be different. Validation can be in another way. It may not even be in the way I'm saying. But in as much as you're trying to seek validation from people, do you know that it is very important that you validate yourself first? Yes, it's very important that you validate yourself first. Building self-validation means that you understand your person, you sit down to know the kind of person you are, you know your worth, you know your value, you know that, oh, and you have so much confidence in yourself. Sorry, you have so much confidence in yourself, and you are really, really building yourself. Maybe I'm going to use the issue of leadership position again. Maybe you are being given a leadership position, and then maybe you are with the work for today. Then you go back to your corner, and then you start to reflect. Oh, have I done this well? Oh wow, I did this well. That is validating yourself. Or maybe I did not do this thing well, I can do it better. That is validating yourself. When you validate yourself first, you may not even really care about maybe someone is seeing you, or maybe someone is validating you out there, because you know that you are already doing really well. And you know that seeking validation is tied to self-esteem, because sometimes the reason why people seek validation is because they lack self-esteem. And getting validation from people is not going to help you solve the problem of self-esteem. It will not help you to build your self-esteem, like not literally help you. It is when you seek validation, it is when you build your own validation, when you seek validation from yourself first. When you first build your own self-validation, and then someone else's validation comes, then your self-esteem is boosted. But if you are relying on one source, maybe only seeking validation from people, you cannot boost your self-esteem like that. You can't. So after you build self-validation, you validated yourself, then you can go ahead to seek validation. Because do you know that when validation comes from a healthy place, when it comes from people that you truly trust, it can help you to boost your confidence, and it can help you so much in having a positive behavior, and then even doing more. So I would advise that in case you want to seek validation from maybe external source now, maybe from outside, first of all, meet your inner circle, like people who you deeply trust. Let's say like five, this may be five people, like your guys, your own people. Meet them, text them. It could be texting. I would have said anonymous, but then don't do anonymous. Just meet your inner circle. Questions, ask them personal questions like, oh, if I'm being given a leadership position, how do I act? Or sometimes when I'm being corrected, do I get angry and walk away, or I stay humble and listen to you and even say thank you for advising me? Ask them all those questions. Then when you get response, then that is that can also help you in seeking validation, or that can also help you in one way or the other. And they can be very, very intentional. They'll tell you the truth. And some people lie to you, they flatter you. So don't let anybody flatter you. I'm telling you now. Don't let anybody flatter you. That is why I said it is very important that you build your self-validation first. Because if someone is even saying something that is not in line with what you know about yourself, you would easily know. You would easily know. Let's say, for example, you are the type of person that likes to hang around people. Maybe you are a very social butterfly, you're a very friendly person, you're a social butterfly and all. And then you ask maybe someone a question, and they're like, you're very proud. I'm just using that as an example. Maybe they're like, you are very proud. And then you compare it, you check yourself, you know that me, I'm not proud though, I'm actually a social butterfly. You already know that that is not even in line with the kind of person you really are. So that is one way you can seek validation from people. And then if that is settled, other forces or other external sources, can come in. But then, with all being said, why do people even seek validation? Why?
Why do people often seek validation? Number one, insecurity. Insecurity is a feeling of self-doubt or uncertainty in oneself. Someone who is always feeling insecure will always want to seek external reassurance from others. Whenever you are feeling insecure, to walk outside, to move among people will be very difficult for you, because you are feeling like, do I look okay? Do I look good? Do I look alright? So you always want to do what? Seek validation from people. Another reason why people seek validation is a lack of self-awareness. Some people are not aware of their abilities, their specialties. So most times they seek validation from others. They seek acceptance from others because they are not aware of the abilities in them. And the reason why people often seek validation is comparison culture. People often compare themselves to their friends, to their peers, to their mates, and this makes them to often seek validation. Rather than comparing yourself to your friends, to your mates, work on yourself, develop capacity, develop ability rather than what? Self comparison.
So if you think seeking validation from people, getting assurance from people alone will bring you out of insecurity, well, I don't know, it won't. That is why it is very important that you assure yourself. Assure yourself. Me, I used to assure myself through God's word, and I'm grateful to God that I have people around me who make me not to feel insecure. And because I validate myself and I know myself, I don't feel insecure. Anyhow, I don't feel insecure.
How to overcome seeking validation? Number one, build self-confidence, build your self-esteem, build capabilities, be confident of who you are, be proud of who you are, be proud of even your perfections and imperfections, because in imperfections you have perfections. Be proud of yourself, celebrate your small wins, your big wins, and be proud of every milestone you reach. You are what? The best person. You are the best what version of yourself. So be proud of who you are. Your abilities and everything inside of you. Another way to overcome seeking validation is accept imperfections. Nobody's totally perfect. We're just working towards perfection. So accept your imperfections. In your imperfections, there are perfections. In your disabilities, there are abilities. Everybody have one or two things. They are just using what clothes to cover. So if you just accept who you are, love yourself. Once you love yourself, once you embrace who you are, this will what reduce the level at which you seek what validation. Finally, how to overcome seeking validation and relying too much on it. I'll say to surround yourself with the right sort of people, people who will build you, motivate you, support you, and build your self-esteem. The people you surround yourself with matters a lot. Surround yourself with the right set of people, people that would uplift you, motivate you, and not people that will drag you down. In conclusion, I would tell you that the goal should be seeking self-validation rather than depending on other people's opinion. Your opinions count, and be proud of who you are. Be proud of yourself. Build self-esteem, build capacity, and be the best and the best and the best of yourself.
You build so much self-confidence in yourself. It means that you know your worth and you have so much confidence in yourself that even when you flop, you know that, oh, I have flopped, and you get up again. Because I mean, everybody flops, everybody fails, and then you get up again. That is already validating yourself. The little things you do for yourself, the minutest things you do for yourself, that it may look like it's not making sense, it actually makes sense because you are validating yourself. You are helping yourself to grow. Have you seen people that they're just so confident in themselves? When you see them, you're like, what does this one even have? Is it the clothes that this person is wearing? Is it the shoe? Is it the money? They might not even have money. But you just see them out there, they're just so bold, confident, and they would have heard people say so many things about them, like, what's wrong with that one? But they don't care. That's because they validated themselves. I hope you've picked one or two things from what we've said and you've learned something, and I hope this video blesses you. And I pray that God will help you to see the best in yourself. God will help you to recognize that you are made for more, you are so much more, and you are enough. That even when you do not get that validation you need from people, His validation is enough, and helping yourself too is enough. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful week.